What if Kris Jenner's real talent was never making her family famous? What if her real talent was something much more powerful, knowing exactly when the world was about to look away and giving them a reason not to? Because when people talk about Kris Jenner, they usually say the same things: momager, business genius, reality TV mastermind. But the deeper you look at how the Kardashian empire actually works, the more it starts to feel less like a family brand and more like a media machine. A machine where scandals become storylines, storylines become products, products become billion-dollar companies.
The Kardashians have spent the last decade making billions of dollars by lying to their audience and scamming their followers with harmful products, businesses, and services.
Get your up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
And somehow, every public breakdown, every breakup, every feud, every reinvention lands exactly when the brand needs attention. So the real question is not, did Kris Jenner build the Kardashian empire? The real question is, did she figure out how to turn human emotion into a business model? Just saying. New here? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because this story gets darker the deeper you look.
If what they saying I did is true, then why didn't you never sue me? You want to see the sex tape contract? There go the sex tape contract.
Listen. If you had a business that you were passionate about, then you would know what it takes to run a business, but you don't.
The story we were sold is simple. Kris Jenner was a mother trying to help her daughters succeed. She took a family with some fame, some connections, and some controversy, and turned them into one of the most recognizable brands in the world. But that version leaves out the most important part. Kris didn't just manage careers, she managed attention. And attention is different from fame. Fame means people know your name. Attention means people cannot stop talking about you. And Kris understood something very early that most celebrities still don't understand. In modern media, being liked is optional. Being watched is everything. That's why the Kardashian strategy was never built around perfection. It was built around controlled imperfection. They weren't presented as untouchable movie stars. They were messy, emotional, dramatic, funny, jealous, competitive, sometimes ridiculous. And that was the point. The audience didn't just watch them succeed. They watched them fight, cry, apologize, launch a business, go through a breakup, change their bodies, change their style, and then sell the next chapter. Kris Jenner didn't create a brand that avoided drama. She created a brand that needed drama to keep moving. Most managers protect their clients from chaos. Kris Jenner turned chaos into inventory. That is the difference. Just saying. But here's where it gets interesting, because the genius of Kris Jenner was not just putting cameras in the house, it was knowing exactly what the cameras should see and what they shouldn't. Reality TV is supposed to feel raw. That's the illusion. But the Kardashian version was never just reality. It was reality with a security system. Kris understood that audiences want access, but celebrities survive by controlling access. So the family gave viewers just enough vulnerability to feel real, but not enough to lose control of the larger brand. That is the entire Kardashian formula. A fight happens, but it becomes an episode. A breakup happens, but it becomes a season arc. A business launches, but it becomes a personal journey. A controversy explodes online, but instead of disappearing, the family absorbs it, reframes it, and eventually sells something on the other side. And that's what makes Kris Jenner's strategy so different. She doesn't always need to stop the headline. Sometimes she just needs to redirect what the headline means. Because once your audience is emotionally invested, every crisis becomes a doorway into the next product, the next show, the next interview, the next reinvention. Look at the pattern. Kim's public image shifts from scandal to businesswoman. Kylie goes from youngest sister to beauty mogul. Khloe turns personal pain into transformation content. Kourtney turns detachment from the family brand into her own lifestyle lane. Kendall becomes the different one, the quieter, high-fashion escape route. Different daughters, different brands, same engine. The family is the content. The conflict is the marketing, and Kris is the person making sure none of it goes to waste.
The phrase "the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder" has been casually thrown around on social media. Obviously, this is meant to be humorous, but many find this a seemingly appropriate description for Kris.
But the most powerful part of the strategy is not what Kris does when things go right. It's what she does when everything looks like it's going wrong. Most celebrities fear scandal because scandal threatens the image. But in the Kardashian universe, scandal often resets the image. That doesn't mean every scandal is planned. That would be too simple, and honestly, too lazy. The smarter point is this. The Kardashian machine is built so that almost any scandal can be repackaged into narrative. That is why the family rarely disappears after backlash. They return with a softer interview, a business announcement, a vulnerable confession, a new relationship, a new look, a new season, a new reason to keep watching. And Kris Jenner's role is not always to erase the mess. It's to decide what the mess becomes. That is media strategy at the highest level. Because if the internet is angry, that still means the internet is paying attention. And if the internet is paying attention, the machine still has fuel. The genius, or the disturbing part, depending on how you see it, is that the audience becomes part of the marketing department. We comment, we criticize, we make TikToks, we share clips, we ask if they've gone too far. And every time we do, the empire gets louder. Kris Jenner didn't just understand the media, she understood us. She understood that outrage and obsession are closer than people want to admit. Just saying. This is why the Kardashian empire has lasted so long. It's not one business, it's a flywheel. The show creates intimacy. The intimacy creates loyalty. The loyalty creates demand. The demand sells products. The products create wealth. The wealth creates more status, and the status gets fed back into the show. That's the loop. And Kris Jenner has kept that loop spinning for almost 2 decades. When one daughter cools down, another heats up. When one storyline ends, another begins. When TV changes, they move to streaming. When magazines lose power, they move to Instagram. When Instagram gets crowded, they move to podcasts, luxury campaigns, business interviews, and scripted projects. That's not luck. That's adaptation. Kris Jenner's most underrated skill is not creating one viral moment. It's building a system where viral moments can keep happening. And that is why so many other celebrity families have tried to copy the Kardashian formula, but almost none of them have matched it. Because they copy the surface, the glam, the drama, the selfies, the brands. But Kris built the infrastructure. So what is Kris Jenner really? A loving mother who helped her children win? A ruthless strategist who turned family pain into profit? Or something more complicated? A woman who understood before almost anyone else that modern fame is not about talent, privacy, or even popularity. It's about staying useful to the algorithm. And whether you admire her or judge her, one thing is hard to deny. Kris Jenner changed celebrity culture forever. She made fame feel like family. She made drama feel like business. And she made attention feel like a product. So now I want to know where you stand. Is Kris Jenner the greatest media manager of our time? Or the person who taught Hollywood how to monetize everything, even the messy parts? Drop your take in the comments. Because this one, I don't think it was accidental. Just saying.